Hey, love bugs, what's up? I'm waiting for a little bit of y'all to come on up in here. We are back because I just watched TK premiere the second installment of her PPP series, exposing her ex-friend, Larry Reid. And it's crazy. I'm gonna get in and get out. Hey, we back. So, wait, let me do my intro. Hey, love bugs, what's up? I hope you're having a good morning, noon, night, whenever this video may reach you. Do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can get that thing whenever I upload a new video. So today, we are going to be talking about the interview that I just saw with Larry Reid's Accusers' mom. Her name is Sharon Benison. Y'all know I ain't paying that money. I ain't got the money for the app. I ain't got it. So I only watched the 30 some odd minutes that Tasha K uploaded to her channel. And so, in true TK fashion, she started off by asking questions about her background. She knows what she's doing. You're interviewing someone, especially on heavy stuff. You gotta kind of get them a little comfortable. You can't just dive right into like details. So Sharon Benison is Levontre Andrews' mother. Is it Andrews or Adams? I don't know, because Tasha K mixes it up. Like, I think she be like forgetting if it's Levontre Andrews or Levontre Adams, because when she was giving her commentary before she played the snippet of the interview, she referred to him as Andrews, and then she referred to him as Adams. So that confuses me. So I'm not sure. Just gonna put that out there. So they're from, the South. The mother was a devout Christian. She grew up with a Christian family. She said that she was athletic and she had her first son when she was a teenager. Then Levantre's father was her second baby daddy. They was married or whatever. And they ended up getting a divorce. She did say that Levantre's father was a hustler. He did what he needed to do to bring money and provide for the household and for, their children. She said she could tell, like Levontre was a little sad that they were divorced. Like, he probably would have preferred that his parents stayed together. So she also said that Levontre was spoiled because Tasha K asked, like, well, what was he like as a child? She said he was spoiled as a child. She said her friend introduced her to Larry Reid's church. And, she basically, made her son go to church. Like, her sons had to go to church as well. Levontre was always a good drummer. He always was banging on stuff and, just a typical kid. She also said, because Tasha K was trying to figure out, like, how did it come to be that he was spending so much time with Larry Reid? And she said, in a church, the guys dealt with the boys and the women dealt with the girls. That's basically how she said. Like, they would take them on trips and do like male bonding activities and so on and so forth. And she also mentioned that gay folks would come in the church and say, but she called them sinners too. I caught that. She's like, well, I don't know if she was talking about them, but she was basically saying a sinner knows a sinner. And she was like, people would come into church and be like, that man right there, like, basically he's not who he's saying he is, alluding to the fact that Larry Reid was in fact a gay man preaching on a pulpit. Although at the time it seemed that he was engaged. I don't think he was married yet, because she mentions how she went to the woman that he was supposed to marry had a church that she had been setting up in St. Martin. So I'm going to say, this was his fiance at the time. And she said that she heard stuff about things going on with little boys, but she didn't want to believe it. And there were accusations and allegations that was made from outsiders, is how she kind of phrase it. Like, people from other churches, people from other places would come and, say these things. It was a rumor mill about Larry, is what she's basically saying. And, so Tasha was like, well, when is the first time you kind of heard something about it? That time was the first time she had ever heard anything about the possibility of Larry Reid being inappropriate with underage boys. So she said, once again, she was in. So Larry, her son, Levante, had been staying with Larry before she even went to St. Martin, is what I gathered. And she went to St. Martin with Larry Reid's fiance. Larry actually sent her out there, like flew her out there so that she could help minister, because she's a minister, so that she could help minister the fiance's church. She said the first time she was there for 4 months. That's a long time to leave your kid. She said Levante was crying and was like, I can't believe, you left me. And she said she used to Skype with him all the time, and she told him he was in good hands and they take care of him and he'd be fine. The irony of that statement is crazy because, hey, Kay, it's crazy because, what's alleged that actually happened to him. He was not safe, and he wasn't fine, and he wasn't taken care of in an appropriate manner, should I say. And look, I am not judge or jury, and I'm not a mom yet, but I could not imagine leaving my underage kid for 4 months in the hands of someone that is not a direct family member, or like his dad or my mom. Yeah, I wouldn't even leave my kid with anybody for 4 consecutive months without them seeing me. Like, that is just mind-boggling to me. So yeah, she said that he stayed at Reid's house when she was in St. Martin, and then she said she went back again for another 3 months. And Tasha asked, which was fun, come on, which was, a good question. Do you think that Larry sent you out there so that he could be alone with your son? And she said no. And I just think that that's naivete. There's no way that my son came to me at any point with these allegations or telling me that something happened to him, and I'm not going to think this man planned this. He sent me out the country so that he could prey on my son. Like, how does that not cross your mind? How is that not a thought in your mind? Once again, this is all alleged. We don't know. We're not judge, jury, but these are heavy allegations. And so she once again said she heard the rumors, but she didn't want to believe that was that of her, about her leader. She kept referring to him as her leader, which was like kind of odd. Like, why are you referring to the preacher of your church as your leader? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a part of any congregations. I don't know. So I don't know. Maybe that's how they talk. Maybe that's how they give it up in the church. I don't know. But my leader, like, and you know, as a mother, Tasha was asking, why wouldn't you go with what was said and what you heard about Larry? And she just kept saying, I didn't want to believe that about my leader. And once again, the question came up, well, when did you first hear these accusations about specifically Larry and your son? Not just what you heard through the rumor mill. She said her sons called her. It was her older son specifically, to tell her what his younger brother had told him was going down between him and Larry Reid. And she said she didn't believe it. She just couldn't believe what was happening. And she knows, this is how she worded it, the way that she responded made her kids feel like she didn't believe them. And I feel like that is a very manipulative way to word what she was saying, which is basically, my kids told me that something inappropriate was happening with them, and I just did not believe them. She probably called those kids a liar. She probably told those kids they didn't know what they was talking about. We don't know exactly how the dialogue, we don't know exactly what was said, but she kept trying to say, oh, I could understand how I phrased it could come across like I was on the side of the other people, but I never said I don't believe you. But actions speak louder than words. And if your kids feel like you against them, you got to be showing something. You got to be showing something, and you've had to have said something that would make them feel and think that way. I just refuse to believe that kids are just going to be like, oh, I feel like my mother's not on my side, but she didn't say that she didn't not believe me. She tried to to word that a certain way so that she wouldn't come across as a mother that did not protect her children, because that is how it came across. Once again, this is all alleged. These are all accusations. We don't know. We weren't there, but um, she just kept saying, "I was in shock. I didn't want to believe that this was happening." So after your son said that to you, you didn't come home for a few weeks. What I'm trying to leave judgment out of it, but there's no way in the hell my loved one, my children are going to call me and tell me that something like this is happening. Because essentially, you continue to leave him in the care of these people. Because what happened? What happened when these allegations came out? Like, did they go back home? Like, I wish Tasha would have asked that question. So when you were still in St. Martin's for those few weeks before you came back home after your sons called you and told you what happened, where were they? Were they still with, like, was Levantre still with Larry? Did he go back home? How much older was his older brother? Was his older brother able to, care for him and give him supervision until you came back? Or did you literally just hear this and leave your kids with this man that they're alleging was inappropriate with them? You continue to let them just stay there for a few more weeks until you casually brought your ass back to the States? Lord, child, it just does not, that I'm not, no, the way that was going, I was just like, and once again, she said it multiple times. She felt like her kids felt like she was against them because, she believed the opposite. And it sounded like she sided with Larry. And she said she was hesitant and kept thinking that this wasn't happening. So this is something that happens a lot in Black households. I don't know what happens in other communities because I'm not there. But lots of times, people are victimized by friends, family members, and no one believes them. It gets swept under the rug. And this is why when you look at statistics, you don't see us, the abuse statistics, the math don't ever math because we don't tell on each other as much. Hey, we don't tell on each other as much. We are not readily and willing to go to the police. We get shamed, we get blamed, and it gets swept under the rug. And this happens a lot in our communities, especially in the church community. Lord, forgive me. I'm not trying to, I'm just saying. From what I know, I've seen this and heard of this happening a lot in the church community, even in my own family. I'm not gonna get into that right now. Maybe when we do Q&As, I'll let y'all, y'all getting to know me a little bit. I'm not gonna delve into that, but it's some nasty, nasty crimes that happens within churches that get swept under the rug because you following blindly your leader, you believe the bishop and the pastor over the children, and you also are so indoctrinated and connected and engulfed in the cultish like practices of a lot of churches, which she admitted, because Tasha K said, was this a cult? She said, yeah. You're so brainwashed that you can't even see outside of what your leader is telling you. You believe them wholeheartedly because whether people want to admit it or not, the leaders of the church are revered as gods to the people of the fucking pulpit. So, she said, she was hesitant. And then during that time, while she was still in St. Martin, I'm assuming, she spoke to Reid on the phone and he said he did not do what Trey said. And she said deep down, she didn't believe Larry, but she was in shock having a convo with her leader. And she just acted as if she didn't believe her kids. And it's very sad. And Tasha said, so how was it when you got back from St. Martin? And she said it was very weird. This lady went back to this church, y'all. She went back to the church. The betrayal that her children must have felt after telling her what happened. And she said that they were upset with her. But she said, she was under the influences. Like she was dating someone out of the country and they were telling her how to date and how to run her house. And ma'am, that has nothing to do with the fact that you went back to this church after your kids told them that they had inappropriate encounters. After your son, Levantre, said he had an inappropriate encounter with Larry on multiple occasions. I don't give a damn if they're telling you how to wear your hair and your nails and your lipstick. That is not an excuse. It's not an excuse. If this happened, once again, these are all allegations and accusations. We don't know what happened. We were not there. But if this did indeed happen, why would you go back to the church? Why would you go back to the church? And then sit up here and say, oh, the way it was worded and the way it looked and the way, it came off across that I sided and I didn't believe my kid. I wouldn't, this is a very disheartening and a very sad story, right? Because say this actually is true. This is a telltale sign of what happens when parents don't believe their children and they take the side over perpetrators and predators over their kids. And it happens too often. As a mom, I don't think that children should be just left in the care of people that, and then I wish Tasha would have asked her. Well, I don't know, because it was a 2-hour long interview and I only watched what Tasha premiered. So I don't know what else she asked, but I wish she would have asked her, how long did you know Larry Reid before you allowed your teenage son to go and live with this man? How long? Just because he's a leader at the church, you just think these be the worst type of people. You can't just let your kids go off and go on with anybody and then don't believe them when they come back to you and tell you that something happened. Talking about, I believe my leader. I didn't want to believe that. I was in shock. I don't give a damn if I'm in shock. If my kids can come and tell me something, they're not going back to these people's houses. We're not going back to this church. We are just not. And this is not me. Children do make up things. Children lie. Everybody lies. I'm not going to sit up here and say that it's impossible for kids to make up things. But this lady had said that based on his character. Oh, thanks, boo. Based on his character, things that she had heard. She heard through the rumor mill before she started taking her 4 and 5 month trips to St. Martin. She had heard that there were inappropriate dealings with underage boys. This is what she said to Tasha K. She had heard that he was a homosexual. So you hearing this, because, we have to make these assessments, right? When somebody's coming to you and telling you something, somebody say, oh, Love Jones, I don't know, Love Jones stole from me or something. You got to think back. What do I know about Love Jones? Every time we go out, she's paying for the bill. Every time I'm talking to her, she's on a flight flying out somewhere. Every time I see Love Jones, she got on new clothes. She got on new. So why was she still? I don't think so. We have to make assessments based off of what we know of people. Character witnesses are a thing in court, in law. So if you know, and if you've heard that this person could potentially have this specific type of character, why would you not believe your kids? And why would you go back to this church? That had to hurt. That had to be hurtful if these things were true and it actually happened. I know that had to hurt her children. And I'm sure they still resent her to this day for it. I'm absolutely sure that they do. And they're probably trying to rebuild right now. Red flags got to pay attention to. Yes. Because there's no way. It's no way. I done heard that this man allegedly was inappropriate with young boys. There's no way that I done heard that this man was a homosexual. There's no way that I done heard that he had unsavory characteristics and then he's sending me somewhere for months at a time. And then all of a sudden my sons call me telling me these things and I'm just going, I was in shock. My leader would never, my leader. And I didn't want to believe it. And then I take weeks to come back home to get my kids. Weeks. Tasha, I wish, I don't know. I didn't see the whole thing, but I'm praying that Tasha asks her if it took you weeks to get back to the States from St. Martin, where was Levontre? Did you leave him in the care of this man? How could this mother be so careless? And then you said you went on a trip for 4 months, and then you said you went for 3 months. So on which trip did you find out what happened? Did they come to you and tell you about this? Was it the first trip? Was it the second? So you mean to tell me you went back again on another church sabbatical trip with this man flying you out after knowing what he did to your kid? I just it's just so many questions. Thank you. It's just so many questions. As a mother, why would you allow your children to stay with people that they said preyed on them? Why would you go back to this church? Thank you. Why would you go back to this church? I just don't like. How do you not believe your children? And then I wish Tasha would have asked her. Could you explain? Could you give a little bit of detail as to what happened? You could tell that the mom was uncomfortable and she really didn't want to talk about it because it's traumatic for her too. You know, that's her children. I wouldn't imagine that any mother would want any bad or negativity or any harm to come to the children. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that she was careless. She didn't pay attention to the signs, if this is true, because once again, all of this is alleged. She did not pay attention to the signs. She betrayed her sons by going back to that church. She betrayed, it was an act of a godly betrayal. Betrayal. It's sad. A lot of kids are victimized and they don't come out and say anything because people don't believe them. Much like this mother, what we saw here. People don't believe them. They tell them you're lying, you're making up stuff. It's one thing for a kid to say something because kids do make up stuff. They fabricate people in general. But this Levontre he was very detailed. Look, I don't know what happened. None of us was there, but he was very detailed. And this was not just one encounter. It was not just a little inappropriate conversation, according to Levontre. This was something that was going on for a long period of time. It wasn't just he looked at me funny or he may have, made me feel a little. It wasn't that. It was literal encounters, according to Levontre. Once again, I have to keep saying this is alleged. These are accusations because we don't know. Like, I haven't seen any receipts. No one has been served. No one has been booked and charged. I ain't nobody's judge nor jury. I'm just here telling y'all what I think because this is crazy. First of all, hit the like button. Hit the fucking like button so I can get up in this algorithm. Y'all see algorithm. Y'all see me trying to grow over here. Y'all better support me. Okay. Hey. That's sad. Wait, okay. My allergies are crazy. Yeah, my son wouldn't have gone back at all to a church. I would have been ready to hurt him, much less see him again. That part, right? So also what she did say, like toward the end of the conversation, because once again, I ain't got no $12.99 to be giving Tasha millionaire K monthly. So she ain't gonna get my money, okay? So we saw the 30 some odd minutes, and at the end, she did express that she was angry. However, it was very weird to me because she's like, yeah, I was basically in the church and I would see him and I knew deep down in my heart that something had happened and I wanted something to, for him to pay basically so that he would never do this and be able to victimize anybody else again. And I'm just like, so you mean to tell me you sat up here in this man's face, praising God, catching the Holy Ghost, reading Bible scriptures with these nasty allegations in the back of your mind? How do you even show up and be a part of I just really don't understand. I am so confused. Was a police report filed by them? See, this is the thing. I don't know. I mean, they said that Levontre filed a report in 2017 or something like that. And I don't know. But the mother didn't take any action according to what I just watched. All she did was say she was in shock and she could understand why her kids felt like she didn't believe them. And she came back weeks later because she was laid in the shade under the palm trees and on an island doing ministry. Came back weeks later. First of all, I would be on the first thing smoking. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I would be on the first thing smoking. I'm not going to have, and I just really needed Tasha to ask. Exactly. She didn't file no police report. She didn't do nothing but go back to the church. It's so sad. I just The amount of indoctrination and brainwashing that we have been subjected to as a community is ridiculous, especially in the name of religion. And I'm not, once again, I'm not knocking anybody's religion. I'm not saying anything about anybody's religious beliefs. Believe what you want to believe. People is praying to cats and dogs out here. People is believing it is cats and dogs. It ain't no rule. It's 2023. Do what you want. But if your kids come to you and tell you something, it deserves a second look. It does. And don't go and canoodle and cahoodle with the people that they're alleging did this to them, because it feels like betrayal. So she ain't do nothing. No, she ain't. Yes. She said she didn't want to believe it, Miss Frazier. She did not want to believe it. Sis went back to the church. That's what I needed to know. Like, so once you went back to the church after this happened, where was your son? Did you allow your son to continue to stay? Did you go back to St. Martin after those allegations came out? Did you allow Larry Reid to fly you out and be flued out again to a tropical island after you had heard what he did to your son? So many questions. So many questions. It doesn't sound right now. They lying. You think they lying? You think, who do you think is lying, Miss Frazier? You think Levontre and his mom is lying? Honestly, it sounds crazy and far-fetched, but based on the history of how things are swept under the rug in a Black church, it doesn't sound far-fetched. There is lots of situations and cases where people have been abused in the church and no one has done anything about it. They just sweep it under the rug because that's their leader. And like I said, these people who revere the bishop and the pastor and the preacher as God, they actually praise them. They do anything for them. They cook for them. They volunteer their services. They work for free. Like, it's really that, it's be that deep. It be that serious. So he couldn't go back to church. Yeah, he was kicked out. So what was said was that he was going to get kicked out because they was trying to kick him out because he was continuing on with the relationship with the young woman. And I don't know, like, that's the thing. I wish Tasha would have asked more questions, but once again, it's 2 hours, so I didn't see the rest. And should I? Y'all want to donate $12.99 so I could go over there and watch the rest of it? Because I just can't. I got too many things that I'm paying for now. Like, I got too many things that I'm doing for my channel, so I can come in and kick it with y'all more often if we can make this thing bigger. But I really do kind of want to see the full 2 hours, because I feel like I didn't get all that I need to get. Like, I have so many things that I would have asked her, and it seems like TK dropped the ball. Like, she didn't ask the questions that, like, we all wanted to know. Like, what's going on? Like, yeah, but he was kicked out. Okay, so he couldn't go back to the church. My kids are 15, 14, 10, and 6, and I barely let them go to my family's house unless it's grandma. Yeah. I ain't got no cheering yet, y'all. But when I have some, I feel like I'm going to be that way. And I know that may not be the healthiest, but it's for protection. You know, and I don't even like to watch people's kids, because I watched my little cousin and he jumped off the couch and almost bust his head open. I said, oh my God, my anxiety is too bad. I see kids flipping and running and jumping off shit. Ain't nobody about to blame me if your kid busts his head open to the white meat. I ain't got time for that. So I don't even like to watch people. If your kid ain't self-sufficient, don't bring no babies around me. I'm not here for, I don't want no little kid. Because kids get into stuff. They burn themselves, they fall, they do this or that. And when they're in your care, you are responsible. And I don't want to be responsible for nobody's kid jumping off the goddamn balcony. I don't have time for that. I really don't. So I stay over here in my corner with my cat and my that's it. That's it. I'm not here for none of it. So when I have my own kid, I know how my anxiety is set up. I'm not going to be able to just let my kid go. My kid's going to have to be, a functional, can use the bathroom on their own, can wash themselves their own, unless it's like my mom or, but other than that, like, I don't see myself just leaving my kid. Like, and even when they're a teenager, you still have to be, it's just crazy because you even got to watch out for family. it's really it's you even got to watch out for family. But teenagers are they have way more agency over themselves. They can talk to you. They could call you and say, "Hey, this is happening. I don't like this. I don't want to be here." Like it's a different ball game when they're bigger. It's the safest. Yeah, wait until you're ready. Don't do it. I got too many streams, so I just got Netflix one. Yes. Um, my nephew is in that phase. He flew downstairs and got up and laughed. It was not. But you see now, imagine if he would have flew downstairs and needed 10 stitches. What the hell you gonna say to your? I don't have look. I don't got. Look. I'm not here to be explaining why your kid slammed their arm in the door. Like I don't have to. That's why I don't. I love little kids. I will play with them. We will have a great old time when we're in the company of their parents. I don't like. It makes me Ain't nobody kid about to have no crazy freak accidents when I'm around, especially little babies. I babysat the same little boy that jumped off the couch when he was an infant. I had to keep making sure he was alive, put my finger under his nose. I was like, is he breathing? Like, no, my anxiety too bad. It's too bad. Yeah, because she want us to go and subscribe to her YouTube, not her YouTube. She want us to go and pay that $12.99 because she got that $4.5 million lawsuit. TK ain't low. She's trying to rack them coins up so she can pay that lawsuit. She got bills to pay. She needs to pay Cardi B her coins. And I'm not adding to nobody's lawsuit. I got too many things to do over here. I do. If y'all want me to watch the whole thing, send me $12.99 and I'll subscribe for 1 month. And I'll watch the whole thing and I'll watch everything else she got over there until my subscription go out and we can review it. I mean, your child's slow and hurt themselves, y'all. Hey, mind control is very prevalent in the church. Yes, say that again. Yes. Particularly amongst single women, and they are often preyed upon. They pay the most tithes. Those are the ones that's volunteering. They even do acts of service by way of sex. And they feel like it's my Lord and my Jesus, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Tasha don't have a free trial. I don't know. I never even went over there to even look. I can't even lie. I have no idea what it even looks like. Cause I got too many things going on over here. I ain't got the time. And then you forget about it and you be like, where in the hell did $12.99 came from? I don't have time because I be forgetting when it's a free trial. Where the mom and son pay for those. What? I don't understand what you're saying, Louis. Where the mom and son paid for those interviews. Oh, were they paid? I don't think so. I mean, TK always says that. I mean, I wear glasses, y'all. So if I'm like squinting, just don't. I ain't got my readers. I don't know where they at. But I don't. Well, she always says that she doesn't pay for interviews. She always says that I've heard her say like she'll provide like room and board. Like if need be, she'll fly you out or she'll fly out to you. But I don't know. Because certain people that she's interviewed absolutely charged for interviews, like Orlando Brown, this crazy whacked out but low key dropping a little gem here or there child star. She had him on her show, and I heard for sure through the grapevine that he charges to interview him, rightfully so because he's like clickbait like a motherfucker. Like I mean. You could chop and splice and chop and screw his videos and eat for a while in these YouTube streets. Do I think Larry is innocent? Do I think Larry is innocent? When I first saw the interview with Levontre, no, I did not think he was innocent. I did not, because it was so detailed, and it really sounded like this happened. Like when you're telling something that happened to you, you could it was too many details. That's why I initially know. Now, because we have yet to see any concrete proof, and there was messages of him and Larry talking and him apologizing for whatever. And there's another YouTuber out here on these YouTube streets that makes a very compelling opposing argument. So it kind of makes you say, like, damn, like I just need to see like everything that's going on, you know? And but then Larry did say that there, because he said it on Storm Show. He said there was an inappropriate situation, but he said it was Levante that was flashing people in the house. So I feel like something did happen. How old was Levante? We don't know, because Larry's saying, and I hope Tasha asked the mother that. How old was he? We don't know, because Larry said Levante, he didn't never even meet him or see him until he was 17 or going on 18. When he said when he lived in his house, he was 18. So it's just too many loopholes that we don't know. Like, you know, and then Larry was like, the house that he said this all happened in, I didn't even build it yet. Because Larry, you know, he a big baller. He out here building houses on plots of land in the South. Apparently he's a billionaire Bill Gates in North Carolina. But all in all, I feel like something did happen. I do. What and to what extent, I don't know. Y'all better be hitting the like button. I gotta get my moderators popping. I gotta figure that out. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think Larry is innocent? Put a 1 in the chat for yes, he's innocent. 2 for no. What y'all think? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Is Larry Reid innocent, or did he do this? What do y'all think? 1 for yes in the chat, 2 for no in the chat. Honestly, I don't know. 3. What does 3 mean? What does that mean? You on the fence? K, my way, you on the fence, girl? Because one. So y'all think he's innocent. 2, y'all think no, he's not innocent. Okay. 1 kinda. So 1 kinda yes, he did it. 2 kinda no, he didn't do it. So it seems like people. 2 for no, he didn't do it. Wait, I'm confused. Hold up. Let's start this over, because why does always gotta confuse me? Okay, let me write this. I think the mama gave her son to Larry. 1 for yes, he did it. 2 for no, he didn't do it. 1 for yes, he did it. 2 for no, he didn't do it. Okay, so it's a lot of 2. So y'all don't think he did it. And I'm on the fence. So 3. Oh. How do you say your name? Astheacia? I see. Asalethea? Asalethea? 1, yes, he did it. 1, yes, he did it. I think the mama gave her son to Larry. You know, honestly, the way the mother seemed so like naive and oblivious, and like she didn't know what the hell was going on, whether she was coming or going. I was just like, what is happening? Like, you don't know what the hell is going on. She just looked like she was just vacant. Like, people like that are so easily to manipulate. They really are. I was like 2. Now I'm not sure. I will have to wait on more receipts. Yeah, exactly. The receipts. It's the receipt part for me. So 1 for yes, he did it. 2 for no, he didn't do it. A lot of y'all said 1 for yes, he did it. But then we got a couple 2s in the chat. So then we got a 3 up in there too. Asalethea. Oh, Asalethea. That's a different name. Yeah, I'm 3 too. I'm on the fence, because based off that first interview, yes, I felt like he did it. I did. But then seeing like other things come out, then I was like, okay. But I still maintain my stance that something inappropriate did happen. To what extent? I don't know. Do I believe that there was penetration? Probably not. Was there some type of grooming that took place? Probably. You know, but I just feel like something inappropriate happened. Is it enough to convict Larry and throw him in jail and throw away the key? I don't know. So that's the part where we just need more evidence. He told on himself on Patreon. Oh, what did he say on Patreon? Because I did see Tasha before she played the pre-record of the interview. She said, so we 1. So yes, he did. 3. Okay. Where are the legal receipts? Yeah, that part. So Tasha K did say, He admitted out his own mouth that Levante did spend a lot of time at his home and in his bedroom, and that he, did know him, and that they did have inappropriate conversation or homosexual conversations. Chad, it's a lot going on. I feel like something happened. Once again, is it enough for it to be, you should be in prison? I don't know. And then we don't know for sure how old he was. Like, I feel like some of the receipts should be able to prove how old he was, because he could have very well been 18 or 17. 17 is a legal age of consent in some states. Not saying that it's still not creepy with a grown-ass man trying to be with a 17, 18-year-old, especially someone that you have authority over, because that's an abuse of power. It's an abuse of power. And then they're saying that the church was like a cult. So, in cults, people, they just listen to their leader and do whatever it is that they tell them to do. So, I don't know. What did he say on Patreon? HT Bull 1. She wanted Larry favor. Oh, wait, hold up. She wanted Larry favor. She admitted that people told her that Larry was gay. Yes, that's what I said early on. She said that she had heard through the rumor mill, and that he had also been inappropriate with underage boys. She said that she had heard that. And that's why I said, how is it that you heard these things, but when your child comes and tells you that something happened, you don't believe them? You stay on an island under the shade, under the palm trees for a few more weeks before you go to your kids. It just something. What is going on? Look, it was just, the whole thing had me cringing in my turtleneck, y'all. Do Tasha, I was wondering that too, because it's kind of like, and I said this in the first live that I did, the first show that I did about this, when she had interviewed Levante, because I was like, so if you already knew this, because Tasha had asked Larry to come on her show to speak for himself and, debunk and denounce these rumors and allegations, you were still friends with him knowing this information. You didn't just fall out immediately after finding that out. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, why now, But then again, I get it. Like, Tasha K, this is her job. This is what she does. She breaks stories. She blast people, she exposed people. But then it also makes me think about Storm, because when she fell out with Storm, then all of a sudden she felt uncomfortable when he would hold her son. But it's like, you allowed him to hold your son multiple times, you allowed him in your house around your children multiple times, but now that y'all don't fuck with each other no more, you felt uncomfortable. It's just character, like, just paying attention to people's character, how they present when there's nothing going on, the type of things that you see them do, patterns. You got to pay attention to patterns. And it seems that she has a pattern of not liking someone, falling out with them, and then exposing. I don't know. I don't want to be on the side of that. Tasha, I ain't got no beef with you. I don't know you. I'm just up here giving commentary. I'm Switzerland. I am neutral. I don't know any of these people. I'm sitting here with my cat. Where's my cat? Bambino. He ain't paying me no mind, y'all. I think he's asleep. She said she didn't have proof. Oh, brainwash, yes. And then she waited weeks to come home. Exactly. It sounds like when Larry stopped paying, she all of a sudden cared, because she didn't leave the church knowing the allegations. Oh, so you're talking about the mom. Oh, my allergies is crazy. So you're talking about the mom. So Larry Reid was paying the mom. And Larry also did say that he was paying for people's rent. He was paying for people's it's giving R. Kelly. It's giving R. Kelly tease. Now that I'm saying this out loud. It's giving R. Kelly vibes. Like, once the money well runs dry, then all of a sudden we gonna cry. Bars. If my child tells me someone is touching him, I'm not going to be around that person. Yeah. Tasha K admittedly lied on Cardi B's trail docket. Larry Reid also said that too on the interview that he did with Storm. He said Tasha K would call him behind the scenes and tell him about the things that she lied about. And she would admit it, like, yeah, I lied about this story and, whatever. And something recently happened once again with Storm. This ain't about him, but I'm just bringing it up to connect the dots with how people move and how they carry on. And another blogger literally told TK a lie. Like, he embellished, he lied, he dressed up something, and she didn't even fact check. She just ran with it. So that kind of makes you wonder, like, how many other stories has she like just heard something and didn't really get all the sides, didn't cross her T's and dot her I's to make sure that this was actually true. You just got to think about that. Did you see Conscious expose Chelsea organizing to Vaughn? I caught a little bit of that. I was trying to catch the rest of it, but I did catch a little bit of that, and I was like, whoa, like, this is getting to be a lot. Like, and he also played the old footage. I'm guessing it was from last year of when they had like the confrontation with Storm TK, like, and Storm said, "You said this," and she kind of evaded it and was like, "Well, what that got to do with anything?" And I was like, "Chad, Larry was taking good care of her sons." Yeah. But it's proven that Tasha K is a liar. Damn, y'all gotta go on. Danny Cunningham said it's proven that Tasha K is a liar. She's a lie. Larry gives more credibility to Levante than not when you see his Patreon. I'm not paying for these folks subscriptions. I'm trying to get my own stuff off the ground. I don't know what Larry said over there on his Patreon, y'all. Let me know. It's not about Tasha K. Okay. Oh, you saying that because somebody said that she lies? So HT Bold, y'all's names be funny. I'm just gonna call you Bold One. Bold One. Do you believe that Larry Reid is guilty? Okay. Then watch SDW stream. Okay. But Bold One, do you believe that Larry Reid is guilty? You haven't have you said it? Let me scroll up. I don't know. Wait, I think it was you that said that he basically told on himself on his Patreon? Yes, I've been there. Okay. And this whole thing with Larry. Look at the people that she's fell out with. Yeah. And the thing is, like, she, from what I've heard her say, she kind of makes it seem like it's everybody else's problem, which it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, this is entertaining. Like, we are here entertaining. This is content. We're making content. We're giving commentary. So it doesn't matter who's friends with who in real life. At the end of the day, if you want to collab, like, that's a dope look. People could share their platforms with one another. You could cross watch. Like, it's just, entertainment at the end of the day. So I just, I'm learning from this too to not get so entwined with people in the real world and in their lives, because ain't nobody got time for this. We here to, carry on the news, give our little take on what's going on, get a little key in, and then keep it moving. When I turn this off, I'm gonna wash my face, take a nice cute. I think I'm gonna take a little spiritual bath tonight. I think I am. I've been feeling to do that, and I'm gonna get in the bed, child. I'm tired. He sent the mother. Yes, he sent the mother all the way to another island. He sent her to St. Martin. That's what she said. And then Tasha K asked her, "Do you think he sent you away so that he could be alone with Levante?" And she said, "No." And I'm just like, girl, how you don't think that? Look, common sense ain't all that common. That's all I'm gonna say. She seems like a nice, well-to-do lady. She don't seem like she got bad intentions, but she didn't do the best job at protecting her son. Look at the timing of these allegations. He getting ready to obtain a BET spot and other endeavors. So yeah, I think it's a sabotage ploy because they're hating on him and they trying to stop his bag and ruin his reputation so that he don't elevate. How do you do a spiritual bath? I actually make spiritual bath salts that I'm going to start, once I one thing before the other, but you put some things in there, different colors, flowers that mean different things to you. Clean your tub out with a little Florida water. Uh, you could do lemon pill, orange pill, get you some nice candles, set your intentions, you'd be willing to buy it. Okay, well, I got a lot of stuff that's coming. I just needed to, I'm building this first, and then all of the things are going to follow. I'm really excited. I've been having ideas brewing for years and years, so it's a shit ton that's on the way. I've been manifesting it. You got to talk about things. And people be like, oh, you don't need to talk about it. I don't give a damn. I'm going to talk about what I'm doing until I'm blue in the face. Because guess what? You never know when it's going to present and actualize and actually come into fruition in its physical space. Talking also helps you to manifest things. So yes, I do have spiritual bath salts that will be on sale soon. They cute too. The labels are super cute. Y'all gonna see. Hey, Storm. Storm is in a building. Wait. So she knew about the accuser before they fell out. So why is she doing a story about it now when she knew about this 3 years ago, according to her, Larry? See, that this is what I'm saying. That's why I said you gotta kind of pay attention to patterns. And this is not to take away from an alleged victim, because if this really happened, then absolutely the person should be brought to justice that did this. However, you're right, they did say 3 years ago this person had come out, and wasn't it said that TK said, oh, you should sue? I feel like I heard that through the grapevine too. Thanks, just me, myself, and I. Oh, I appreciate y'all. Tasha was trying to come up like Wendy Williams. Oh, and Wendy, but I feel like Wendy was having real receipts though. Like Wendy had some receipts. Did she not? Am I bugging? I don't know. Where is Florida? Where is Florida water from? So you can actually make your own Florida water, or you can just buy it. Like Google it on Amazon, and you'll find some. I love this hair. Thanks, Storm Monroe. Let's get loud. Hey, yeah, she told Larry to sue the accuser. Wait, what happened? Oh, she told Larry to sue the accuser 3 years ago. Storm, have you? Oh, okay. Thank you. Yo, that's the part. I'm like, because she has such conviction when she speaks about it, like, oh, this is about Levantre. This is about the victim. And yes, that is true. And I'm not, if this is real, she absolutely is doing her due diligence by exposing this. However, if you already knew this, why did you wait till you not fucking with him no more to put this out? And it's giving patterns, because once again, like I said, the other person that she used to deal with, that she was helping, that she was mentoring, all of a sudden he has creep vibes now, and he made you feel some type of way. And it's like, if you already thought this, why would you have this person around you so many times? And why didn't you say this or come out while y'all, why wasn't that the initial reason for you to cut ties with a person? Yeah, that's it, boom. That's what I mean. Why didn't Larry answer the 26-page response he received from the accuser when he tried to sue? Y'all only know a small part. Look, none of us are. I'm not on either side. I'm neutral. Call me Switzerland. I'm just saying, based off of certain things, we just want to know, like, where the receipts, what's going on. I think something happened. That's my personal opinion. To what extent, I don't know. How old was Levantre when it actually went down? We don't know. But I think something inappropriate happened. Is it enough to send him to jail, lock him up, and throw away the key? We don't know. It could have been an inappropriate conversation. You know what I mean? It could be like, it's a number of things that could have happened that could be deemed inappropriate. But now you Oh, okay. So you're saying now Tasha K wants to defend the accuser. Oh, you mean like after she said that Larry Reid should sue? Okay, that's why he dropped the lawsuit. Really? Who? That's why Larry dropped the lawsuit. The mom is so quick. Yeah. But that's that indoctrination. That's that indoctrination. And she's from a different era too. Like, we gotta take into account boomers, I guess that's what it is. The way they grew up, like church was a big deal. Like if you grew up like as a church girl, it's not how the church is today with the pastors getting crunk, getting twerk, sucking, admitting to sucking peens on camera and then getting on stage and cursing, the cussing pastor. This was not a thing even just 10 years ago. So now things are completely different from what they used to be. When you weren't a church girl and a Bible thumper, you literally was wearing your skirt a certain length. Like, and she said it was like a cult. When you're in a cult and you're so deeply rooted and deeply indoctrinated, you can't see. Your mind fucked, you're brainwashed. You're fuzzy, your third eye is completely sealed. You can't see. Yes, like the video. I gotta get my mods. Storm, can I get mods while I'm on here, or do I'll ask you later because I'm trying to figure it out. She flipped the script. So glad there's people in this space putting in the work from the receipts to the pertinent questions. Yeah, I wish I had more receipts for y'all. Yeah, you know what? No, y'all need to send me that $12 so I could go and look and watch the whole thing, because also she's gonna come out. I feel like she said there was 4 parts. So I'm wondering like who so this was the second part. Then there's a third and a fourth. Like who is she going to interview? I don't know. We're gonna see. Didn't Larry Reid had a court junction towards Daryl Moore? Yes, the YouTuber, yes. If Tasha is lying, will she be heavily sued? I'm not sure, but from what he said when he was on Storm Show, he did say that he was going to sue. He said that he was, and it's a lot, and he said that's another reason why he hasn't come out with his own personal receipts, because he's taken it to court, and there's a lot of things that has to be discussed under, in a court of law. Levante never said he was molested at 14, 15, so let's dispel that lie. Levante said that he was groomed around 14, 15. I watched the interview, and he also said that around 15 is when he started going into his room, going through a gay test and stripping down naked. He had him watching gay porn. He said he was 15 when that happened. I saw it. He said that he was not penetrated. However, there was petting and oral and a bunch of those things. I saw it. I saw it too. I didn't watch the 2 hours, but I did see the 40 some odd minutes. And one thing I can do is hear. That's one thing I can do. And I'm not saying that Levante is lying. This is not me coming in defense of Larry Reid. I am just, once again, a neutral party. And I'm telling y'all from what I've heard and saw, I do believe that something happened. To what extent? If it is something that could literally get him arrested, I don't know. Was it a conversation? Was it because people could do things that's inappropriate and it doesn't even involve them touching you. People could say inappropriate things. People could make inappropriate gestures. So look, I don't know. And if this happened, then Larry Reid absolutely should go to jail. He should. Period. Larry claims he can't find him when you search for his driver's license. So, is that like a claim that Levante has a fake name, an alias? So that's to support Larry's claim that he doesn't know exactly how old he is, and we don't know exactly. Yes, because I did see Larry and them saying that he was 17 the first time he had ever come across Levante's path, and then that he was maybe like an 18 or something like that when he did indeed live in the house with him. Larry had it dismissed because he knows there is so much dirt out there on them. Larry is dumb, but he ain't stupid. Damn, I I'm just a looky loo. I am just a looky loo, a looky loo. That's it. I'm a looky loo. Oh, I could do this. Look. Can y'all do this? I'm a looky loo. That's it. That is it, and that is all. I'm here to give my commentary and put my cute little opinion out there because it's cute, ain't it? She cute, right? That's what I'm here to do because this is it's just interesting. Like I'm interested to seeing how this plays out. I really do want to know what are these like heavy receipts that's going to be dropped. And I don't know. Y'all just make sure y'all be careful out here. Don't you get your ass on these internet streets if you know you got some heavy, heavy skeletons in the closet. Because it's one thing to, we done all been drunk the fuck out. We done all probably curse somebody out. But allegations of abuse is something completely different. Don't you get your ass and be a public figure if you know that you got some unsavory ass shit in your closet. But most are believing what Larry is twisting. That's why people need to watch the Patreon. Okay. I want to see, but look, I got too much stuff to do, y'all. I ain't trying to be giving these folks my money. Okay. You're going to wait for Larry to sue. And if it goes to trial, I'll keep my opinion reserved. But Larry served him a lawsuit and the young man responded. He definitely found him. Oh. Boom. It's so many loopholes. Like, it's so many loopholes. I don't know. At this point, the only thing we got to go by is intuition. That's it. Because who really knows? That's crazy. I don't know, y'all. How y'all think this gonna end? Y'all think this gonna end with somebody going to prison? Y'all think it's just gonna be another one of the little things that came out that everybody was talking about for the time being, and then life goes on? I don't know. I don't know. We trying to figure it out. We trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because what is going on? The mother really. I don't know what I expected to hear out of what I saw, but the fact that she just didn't believe her kids and went back to the church, it really that was very sad. It was really, really sad. And the fact that she took weeks to come back after she heard her kids tell her that, I wish Tasha would have said, so where was Levontre while you were still in St. Martin for those few weeks? Where was he? It ain't looking so hot for Larry. It was a 26-page response, so that's another lie. Oh, so y'all think Larry is lying? If y'all wondering what's taking so long, then y'all know nothing about the court system. Hey, I was wondering where you was at. Here you go. Look, come here. Say hi, Bam Beans. Say hi. Say hi, 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 hi. The mama is trifling. Dang, you said it ain't looking so hot for Larry. I don't know, but I don't want to say the mama is trifling. I just want to say that she's easy to manipulate, the way that Larry said about him, indoctrinated, and she was essentially, it seems like she was a part of a cult. The mama was severely brainwashed. Yes, that cat is way bigger than my dog. What kind of dog you got? He ain't that big. He's just fluffy. He a little Maine Coon. He got a lot of hair. Don't be coming for Bambino. Did he have a wife? So, okay. Bam Beans. So, The mother initially said that it was a woman that he was supposed to be marrying who was building a church in St. Martin that she was going to do ministry for. So I'm assuming that that was his fiance at the time, and they were not yet married. Yeah, I would not leave my child for weeks. I'm sorry, let alone months. She left her her kid for 4 months. She said she went on a trip for 4 months, and then she went on a trip for 3 months. I ain't got look. I don't even like to leave my cat for more than 2 or 3 days. I ain't leaving my goddamn kid with nobody for no 4 months. I'm sorry. I don't care if they 14, 15, 16. As long as they are not of legal age, I'm not doing it. I'm not leaving my kid unless they're going with their father or like it gotta be. And even then, I'm gonna pop in and out. I'm not leaving for 4 months straight nowhere. I don't care. Like, no, I'm gonna come. You gonna see me every month, like, or every other month. Even if you with your dad, like, she enjoyed freedom from kids because she did have kids young. She did say that she had her first kid as a teenager, so that's probably why she was so free to let them go off. That makes sense. Mr. Velasquez, yeah, Maine Coon is the business in the business of cats. Yeah, Larry Lee is currently divorced. His ex-wife is bisexual. Oh, she said she talked to her daughter-in-law. Now I'm talking about her son. Hey, Bambino. So 7 months. Oh, hell no. That part. She said she left for 4 months. And then she said she left for 3 months. That's why I'm like, Tasha, why you didn't ask her, like, was both of these trips consecutive back to back? On which trip did you find out that this happened? Oh, he married and divorced the same woman 3 times. What in the beard gang? uh, I have one cat in my room. He has several cats. Oh, yeah, that's a lot. I don't know. This one is enough. The way he be jumping all over the place, Lord. Wasn't she menstruating? Yeah, that's what she said. But I mean, when you are, look, I can't, I don't know. I'm not a mom, but I would imagine. All right, so I'm gonna put myself in this light in this way, right? So I'm me, Love Jones, in the motherfucking building, right? And I'm on a tour doing panels all over the country, right? And I have a child, right? My kid, my kid is gonna have to come with me. I'm gonna have to hire a family member for my kid to come. I'm not do. I no. Mm-mm. Not leaving my kid for months. Or if I gotta leave, I'm coming back. I'm not staying away from my kid for 4 consecutive months. It's just no way that I think I wouldn't be able to do it. The way my anxiety is spiking through the roof, I wouldn't be able to do it. I would have to fly back home often. And this is only if my kid is like, of age so as they can walk and talk and walk around. But for me, an ideal situation like that for me, I would put my mom on my payroll and sis would have to just be with me. All right. And we could share a hotel room. We could cut costs because it's my mother. Get us a cute little penthouse or a room, a big something big enough for all of us to do what we do. I go off work, talk, sing, act, whatever it is I'm doing, and then I know that my kid is not far. You know what I'm saying? So I could, and this is not every single time I go somewhere, but if I'm on a road, I would make those accommodations for my mom and my child to be with me. That's just what I would do. And it wouldn't cost that much because it's my mother. Like, she's not going to charge me the same as, well, I don't know, because she needs to be, I don't know. But I don't think she would try to charge me as much as if I'm paying someone else. Like, and like I said, she could stay wherever I'm staying. So I wouldn't have to get extra rooms. Like, you just find ways. As if she was coaching her to, oh. Did the interview seem leading at all? That's interesting. A little bit, but it also seemed like the mom was a little reluctant to speak because she just felt guilt. That guilt and that shame is what seems like I was witnessing a little bit. Like, she just didn't really. She's still in disbelief and in shock, and she just doesn't want to believe that she allowed this to happen. Like, she is kind of like see no evil, hear no evil, see no evil. Hear no evil, speak no evil. It's giving that, like, let me just pretend like this didn't happen so I don't have to deal with it. Definitely. Oh wow. So y'all feel like TK coached this woman. What is this cat? Leave that alone. Uh Definitely employed a coaching interview approach in both interviews out of the box. But I mean, she's good at what she does. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I see it and you see it because when you understand, when you study psychology, that's what I was in school for, by the way. Hey, you know what? Just let him do it. I just gotta ignore him. When did they finally leave, or did he ask them to leave? You see, that's what I need to see the whole thing because I want to know, like, how did it happen? Like, did he say, "Get out of my house"? Did this happen while she was still in St. Martin? Like there's just so many questions, but we don't know all of the questions that Tasha asked because she didn't put the whole thing on YouTube. So we really don't know. Make sure y'all hit this like button so I can get up in the algorithm. Hit the like button. His wife tried to cover for him and Larry, shut it down to confirm Levante on the Patreon. I'm telling y'all have a different view after seeing it. Larry's wife tried to cover for him? Oh, and Larry had to shut her down. Oh shit. She felt shame for lying. Oh, so y'all think they lying? Damn. Oh, outside the box said some of this stuff has already happened, so they regurgitating something that has already happened. Ooh, I think CTV was saying I don't see every live, every stream in its entirety because it's a lot to take in. And my social battery, my everything just be like going down, and I gotta conserve my energy so I could come up here and we could do this on my channel because this is gonna be a recurring thing because I'm in the building. Yes, the cherry has popped. We here. But I did see him saying something about how this Levante had this encounter with another pastor. So that's why it may have seemed so easy for him excuse me. So that's why it may have seemed so easy for him to tell this story without a hitch, because it is something that actually did happen to him, but not at the hands of Larry Reid. There's so many theories out there. There's so many theories, and that's why I'm like, well, it seems like something happened, but how old was he? We don't know. To what extent? We don't know. But like I said, inappropriate things could happen without you even being touched. So it's just like, I don't know, but it seems like something did happen. Once again, these are all allegations. These are all accusations. Is it enough to lock Larry up and throw away the key? We don't know. That the wife was lying. Oh shit! CTV is gonna get hurt. He keeps jumping out of a higher window. Oh, don't be up here threatening nobody in my chat. That wife was lying during the Patreon. She asserted that Larry was never around the victim alone. Larry said he was alone with what? Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Are y'all serious? She was trying to help him out, but oh my God. I heard Larry's wife, but I have a different take on that. They're all lying. It's giving Tory Lanez. Nah, it's giving Tory Lanez. That is funny because honestly, I feel like I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm like, dang, I just got here over here in this cute little commentary sector, and all of this is happening. I'm like, wait, who? What? Who said what? Like, who? What is going on? Lord, Larry has said it was someone else once. Damn, there's so many holes in his story. Oh. There's paperwork that debunks the age. Oh, wait, no, sorry. There's paperwork that debunks the age of 14. And why didn't they go to the police? Because the mom didn't believe it. She wasn't going to cooperate. Remember the mom? She just basically said she didn't believe her kids. She went back to the church. She wouldn't have allowed him to do that. to turn her leader into the authorities. Mm-mm. I mean, emotionally hurt. Why a blogger? Why not the authorities? That interview with the mother was sus. Yeah, it was. I don't know. It just. But there's people that's really like that, you guys. It's not just like. There's people that's really like that hide stuff, that take up for abusers. It really happens in our community more often than not, you guys. It does, you guys. Why a blogger and why not the authorities? I mean, well, the Devontre did say that he filed some lawsuit or some civil suit. I don't know, something against him a few years ago. Look, I ain't got all of the deets. I'm just here talking about what I saw, y'all. I ain't reading nobody's court papers. I'm not that invested. I'm looking at these interviews, and we're gonna go over what I'm seeing. Is why not go now? What? I wonder what Larry thinks about CTV. Oh, I did see. I did catch that. I did catch that. I didn't see where CTV, well, what it stemmed from though. I don't know what CTV said about AW. I have no idea. So I just saw that one of them was crying, and then they was with the wig, and they was going back and forth. But I really don't know what led to that. So I was a little like, what happened? I don't know. There's a police investigation. This is in my. Okay. Child girl. They'll just pray it away. Oh my God. She just kept going back to St. Martin. Yeah. That's what I wish Tasha would have asked her. So was this during your first trip to St. Martin that you heard this? And did you go back after that? Or was this your second trip to St. Martin that you heard this? And if so, if you heard this the first time and you went back, did you leave your son in the care of Larry Reid? Or was he with his brother? How much older is his brother? Is his brother of legal age, so to as he could be a parental guardian? Like all of these things. But once again, it's a 2-hour long. We don't know. I didn't see the whole thing. I've only seen how many minutes? 39 minutes? I don't know. I like saying 30 some odd minutes. It feels cool rolling off my tongue. He just gave commentary on an interview and Omar and got salty about it. Oh. Right, she went back a second time. Yeah, I am confused. I am confusion. I just don't understand. I just don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But we're just gonna have to see how this play out. I wanted to come in, make sure y'all hit that like button. And if you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. What are you doing? I'll be back tomorrow. It's always something going on for us to talk about, right? I think I'm gonna probably hit on T.I. saying everybody got badass kids, making excuses. It was something else I wanted to talk to y'all about. And make sure y'all check out my other videos. Thumbs up on those too. Shouts out to all of my new subscribers. Be in the building. All right, I'm about to go. Does anybody have any last remarks before I skedaddle? This was fun. Yes, Nene 1987. Hey, Norris, Al. They're all lying. Oh. So you think they're all lying and the truth will eventually come out? I think something happened. This is what I think, Miss Frazier. I think something happened, but to the extent of what it was, I don't know that if that it is enough to get him, booked, basically. But based off of what it seems like Larry was saying and what the guy was saying, it seems like something may have happened. Maybe there have been some inappropriate conversations. I don't know. And then once again, I'm trying to really figure out how old was he exactly. Sounds like both of them. Nice to meet you. You're beautiful. Thanks, Boo. Thanks, Amanda. What MBS is? What's that? No bullshit. Don't you be on that bullshit. Yeah. Don't you be on that bullshit. Yeah. All night. All night. My kids ain't bad at all. On high honor roll. Yes, girl. You better brag on them kids that you raising over there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't even listen to what he said because I was doing something else. You're gorging his fire. Thanks, boo. I didn't even listen to what T.I. actually said. I just saw and like I saved it. So I'll come back. I'll come back tomorrow and we can listen to it together and we could, get some commentary on Mr. Dictionary himself. And all right, I'm about to bounce. I hope you're having a great. Yes, Norris is in the building. All right. I love y'all. Be good. Love yourself, ladies. You're the prize. Men, you're the prize too, but ladies, we the prize. We the ultimate prize. Be good. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. Make sure you drink your water. Drink you some kombucha. Pay attention to your gut health. Pay attention to how you feel when you're around certain people, places, and things. If it is unsavory and you don't feel good, exit stage left. Lean into your intuition because it will not steer you wrong. That is your internal compass. Good night, y'all. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Ooh, ooh. I'll see y'all tomorrow.